Welcome to the Podness with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
And with that, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Podness, a show with three friends separated by distance, connected by brotherhood, and having weekly conversations for you to join in on. As always, I'm 1/3 of the Podness, your boy Tiz, along with...
It's your boy Padawan here in Southeast Virginia, 757, pissed off because he don't got no roll-ups to roll up with. And I'm also with my homeboy.
What's happening, man? It's facing the place. It's trying to stay ahead of the race.
How y'all been doing this week, man? As y'all know, if y'all been following us on social media, you know, we had to kind of fall back off the live show. Our boy Face been kind of down bad with a little illness. Been a little under the weather.
Yeah.
How you feeling today, my brother?
Yeah. I'm feeling about, I say, a good 93%, 93.3. I ain't 100% yet. But I'm moving around, driving around with the kids today. So, moving around, moving some stuff for the wife. So, gotta force myself to get good. I can't. Oh, yeah. What? My mama was joking me the other day.
Yeah, you had your bro worried for a minute there, man. Like,
yeah.
Yo, man. What the fuck?
I won't breathing right. I have pains everywhere. I'm still going to get tested for the COVID just to make sure, you feel me? Yeah. Just want to make sure everybody around me is safe because I don't want to be harboring no bacteria, no viruses in my system and not know it. And even though I'm feeling good, it still has something in me. So I don't want to have no possibility of passing nothing. So Thursday, I'm going to get tested for that. And I got a little rapid result. So I'll find out that day what's going on. Then I'm back at work. So I'm out of work until then. So
good. I'm glad you're going to actually
family,
sit down. Amen.
Yeah, ain't nothing but virtual schooling in the house. That's it. Virtual schooling in the house.
You gonna be off for your birthday?
Hell no.
Early birthday gift? Oh shit.
Hell no. I'll be right back in there. I don't never take off my birthday, man, because my thing is the way I think about it. I'd rather be somewhere making money on my birthday than somewhere spending money on my birthday. So
that's some Capricorn shit. I worked on my birthday too.
that's the Capricorn shit. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this money
then. Get this right. My mom, her birthday is January 3rd, and like most of my life she had to work because she's a teacher. And you know that's the first day of school coming back. But this year she was off because it was on Sunday. And I'm happy for her.
Amen.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I love the Capricorn season, man. And Face gonna end us off on the 19th, ending off the Capricorn season. Obviously, it's 3 more days after that, but we don't really worry about the 3 days after that because once Face done, that's pretty much end our season. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Shout out to all the other fellow goats out there. You know what I mean? Capricorn season is all year round because you know we're
Raekwon.
Yes,
Tiger Woods, LeBron James, because we got the same birthday.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King, Jesus.
Indeed. Speaking of Jesus,
unless
we
that
need
what they
some
said.
Jesus.
Yeah.
As we know, you know what I mean, if y'all been following us, we definitely had a good building session just on the Capitol terrorism. But as you know, our country was attacked last week by basically white nationalists, white supremacists, and Trump supporters, combination of the three. And it's been some interesting developments over this past week because of that. What were you saying, Pat?
All the loser flags.
Absolutely.
All the loser flags.
Absolutely.
Nazis, Confederates.
Everybody that lost the wars, they was out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they were just like their president. They were all out. The interesting part has been watching them over this past week and their weird complaints. So the first thing I noticed.
Oh shit! I think I know you talking about.
If you check out Fox News, I'm gonna start with Fox News. If you check out Fox News, the weirdest little trend is following. If you watch the Daily Show like I do, they did a cool little recap of like the highlights of it, but they are literally panicking because they're losing Twitter followers. Like there's been at least 30 pundits and or anchors on that channel that the conversation has been about, and I've lost almost 30,000 followers over the past 2 days. And
that means your rating's going down, B. People tired of shit.
I would think after you lost the election, you'd be used to losing at this point. I think it'd just be like, oh, this is par for the course for my week. This fits. But they seem to be very, very, very shocked about it. And speaking of Twitter, all of Trump's accounts have been shut down on every site. This dude can't even get on Pinterest no more. he can't post a recipe on Pinterest no more.
He can't even get on Pornhub no more.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. They done shut him down. Hashtag no Trump porn. He can't even go in there and look at Tiana Trump. There's nothing working for him. He is out of there.
She's an awesome performer too.
I'm not touching that.
Big ups to Tiana Trump. I'm allowed to. I'm single. I'm allowed to.
You talk about
Awesome performer.
Hey,
hell no.
he is a connoisseur. He is a connoisseur of the art. He has a library.
I'm not even gonna go there because the conversation we had before we started this episode, things people eat. All right.
I have no shame. I have no shame. I need to take this. We trying to take this podcast to the next level.
Hey, you need to be with them Trumpers talking about you have no shame. That's just like them. So basically, Mike Pence fought against invoking the 25th Amendment, which would basically have shut Trump down early. So Congress is now pushing forward an impeachment bill to try to get Trump impeached. At this point, I don't know what the purpose is. I have no idea why you would be trying to get a man impeached at this point a week. Like, he's pretty much in an lame duck. He's just sitting there waiting to be out. He's like a dude after he put in a 2-week notice. Like, he ain't doing it.
I got a theory on that because I think they're trying to impeach him so he can't still get the benefits of being the president. Because, after the president, you still get those benefits or whatever. But if they impeach him, he can't get those benefits. Yeah. So if he impeached him, then it leaves him open for, plus he can't get those benefits.
Good point.
Plus he can't get that check.
Yup. I ain't trying to pay that nigga. Fuck that.
Well, he don't need no check. He ain't paying no taxes anyway. I mean, he's keeping all his money.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's the wild part. So now, along with all of these fallouts from this weird act of terrorism, the funniest parts have been, I'm going to get to the funniest parts and I'm going to get to the scary part. But the funniest part has been watching these videos of these insurrectionists, these rioters, these traitors to their country, get off of the planes to go home and get locked the fuck up, and their reaction to getting the same treatment that black people have been getting for 450 to 500 years, depending on when you want to start the record, could be more than that. But yeah, that has been the most hilarious, ironic, ain't that a bitch moment of my week. Just watching them. Oh my God.
And I pose a question, an obvious question. Us as Capricorns are people of logic and reasoning.
Absolutely.
What the fuck make you think you can run up into a government building, strapped up, crawling up there like World War Z to try to, you literally was in there thinking that you can go into the Capitol, take congressmen for hostage and change the country and make Trump president and then go back to work next day like shit is all cool.
This is not 1861.
Wearing a bison hat.
We're going to have to ride that mail by horse, and that's how you're going to find out the news. Bitch, we got smartphones.
Even in 1861.
Come on, man.
Even in 1861, they had repercussions for the revolutionists. So, I mean, there's always repercussions for your actions, regardless of what you stand for, what you stand against. You have repercussions for your actions.
Especially if you lose the revolution. These motherfuckers staged a coup and did nothing. So you did all of that.
Individuals, man.
The only logic behind it is
who have no consequences. So this is their first time having true consequences.
Absolutely.
The only logic behind it I could think of is that, hey, if they actually achieved it, the definition of treason is only, made by the government that's actually ruling at that time. So if you actually made the attempt to take over the government, which in no way possible that what they did look like that could ever happen, of course. Like that made no fucking sense. Like at all. Like
they smeared
motherfucking
poop on the
all.
walls. That was their revolution. They smeared poop on the walls and took selfies. What? And got people killed. That was your revolution. You got people killed on your side for the most part. You put poop on the wall, so you put shit everywhere. And
they literally did that too.
What?
Matter of fact, they did do that.
And Congress still met that night to confirm that Joe Biden was the president. So you did all of that action and nothing happened.
I feel like that shit made them do that shit that night. Like they saw that shit. Oh, like, all right, this nigga is really pissing me off doing these shenanigans and getting these people to do this. We got to get him out now. And Pence want to save his ass, so he was like, this is going down.
Pence,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, I'm not trying to get locked up with that guy.
No, what happened was mother told Pence he better step up and do some shit and protect his name. So he was like, okay, mother.
Who the hell is mother? Who is
his mama? It's probably his literal mama.
His wife.
Oh yeah,
true.
Oh yeah, Miss Pence run that. I can't remember. Was Pence the one that was like? Was he the one that was like electroshocking kids, or he was into some type of like thing where he was trying to turn like gay kids straight or something? Like on some religious type camps where they met like
he's that.
Am I making it up? Is one that the dude? Okay,
something like that.
Yep. He's also
everything I need to know about him.
He's also the guy in the X-Men that signed off the bill to make the Sentinels go and get mutants. He looked just like that guy.
Did you call him Trask?
Yes.
That nigga Will. No, that was what was it? William
Stryker. Yeah, he just like Stryker. The X-Men book. Man kills, God don't. He looked just like that guy.
He called him Stryker. The leader of the Weapon X program. He gonna make some mutants. And that's what that dude with them teeth and that fake revolution looked like. With them, he looked like a saber tooth.
Yo, what if December 21st really happened? They're gonna have to get Sentinels.
Fuck this shit. So
let me shut up.
I'll be watching the Daily Show too, right? I'll be watching the Daily Show in a little segment with Jordan. What was it? Got a little white dude name. Jordan Kepler or something
Kepler,
like that.
Yo, when he was out there with the dude with the Segway and shit.
I was about to watch that shit today.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just watched that.
So one dude was like, man, I haven't read the full Constitution. I doubt you have. He was like, yeah, I read the full Constitution. It's pretty short.
It is.
He's like, nah,
it's
I
really
doubt you read it.
I
doubt you read it. I doubt you read the whole thing. No, it's one page, one.
It's like a one-sheeter. It's like maybe if you put it on like Microsoft Word and you double
pretty
this might be
pretty concise,
but it's not that long. Like they
straight to the point
pretty well in it.
Kind of like the Ten Commandments.
Like, I've educated myself on these topics. I've educated myself on here, so I'm ready for your question. He's like, so do you think you're about to go commit a seditious act on the Hill? He was like, no comment on that. So you didn't educate yourself because you are committing a seditious act going up there, man. So man,
he was smart enough to say no comment.
This man, like
the
these
funniest
people are
part
stupid as shit, man.
When the military
being led astray by this jackass because he lost.
Did you see the military dude when he was walking up there and Jordan Kepler? He was like, so you got on camouflage? Don't you think that's kind of counterproductive in an urban environment? And the dude was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And then Jordan walked by and was like, all right, good luck on the paintball tournament.
The building is white. The fucking building is white.
He told that dude, good luck on the paintball tournament.
Motherfuckers are stupid, man.
How you dressed up like a paintballer to go to the revolution?
Really?
Like this is the intellect of the people that we are going against here, man. If I'll tell you this, if this revolution light or diet revolution or however you want to call this shit, if this terrorism didn't teach me anything, it definitely taught me this. Black people, we got to stop being scared to have our revolution. If that's what they do when they get real mad, we can take that. We can take them if we need to fight for our rights for real. Like, I don't feel threatened at all. What, you gonna take a selfie with me and cry when the shit get real? When some mace come out? If you cry about mace and shit, man, we'd have had dogs, hoses, guns, lynchings, castrations, beheadings. Like, we have been pulled apart by horses. Like, when I tell you, like, what our people been under, if mace bother y'all,
they pulled me out and maced me.
We get maced in the club when it get real on a random Saturday night.
That happened to me before.
No revolution for mace. We ready for all of that.
They make college kids.
Yeah.
So I tell you this.
High school kids.
You heard me. If the shit get real, I do not feel threatened. Like I am totally comfortable with engaging with that type of combatant. I'm good. I feel completely comfortable that we're gonna be all right on that.
My drop kick is still mean, dog. My drop kick is still mean.
I can still do the 1-2 shuffle with a biscuit if I need to. But now this
6 pounds of pressure.
That's all it takes.
6 pounds of pressure.
That's all it takes. Absolutely. Now, one thing that is a little bit scary that's coming out of this is the fact that we are now looking at them getting on the black web. So since Parler and all of their little backlog channels that they were communicating on are now getting shut down or getting restricted, and they're all getting, blocked from actually having access to it. They're now going onto like the dark web and to these back channel sites. And the scary part is they're planning on going to the Capitol on the 20th, and they're talking about making homemade guns and homemade bombs and all this. Now, the scary part of this to me is not the combatant, because we've seen how dumb they are. But one thing I'm always afraid of is a dummy with something dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dummy will accidentally fuck up some big shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Just being dumb, just not understanding and not having basic comprehension skills. They will completely, like I could see a headline on the 20th where 50 people get blown up by some homemade pipe bomb that won't even ready to go off. The dude just didn't know what the hell he was doing on some I'm trying to be for Trump shit. You know what I mean? Like I can see this stuff happening. So black people on the 20th, watch that shit on the Zoom link. Watch that shit on the stream. Click that shit on CNN or NBC or whatever you watch your news on. Don't go out there. That ain't for us. That is not for us. And if the dumb shit, or like my boy from Umar videos, if the goofy shit starts to go down, you let us be in the house or be out there at least strapped up and ready to go. Like if you're gonna go out there like the new Black Panthers and these other black nationalist groups go out there and be prepared for the real shit to go down. So that way you're protected. But my advocacy is stay at home that day. Let them go ahead and do the dumb stuff.
The military actually put out a statement about it. And, they put it out. It was all politically correct. But I read between the lines. It was like, basically, I'm going to translate it into funny terms for me. If y'all go out there on the 20th on a crazy shit, us as the military will protect the president-elect Joe Biden and wet your shit up if you come out there looking stupid. Basically, that's what I got from that. I know what a polite threat looks like. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. And,
it's gonna get real.
And that's basically the military saying, hey, they were basically saying, hey, this is a part of the Constitution. We are ruled by the Constitution, not by the leaders and the citizens. And if you try to threaten that shit, we're backing that. We're not backing the previous president. That's basically what they're saying here. But they won't just say it. They won't just say, hey, y'all are terrorists. Mm-hmm. Y'all are fucking terrorists. Not protesters. You're not protesters. Y'all are terrorists. Fox News is really trying to flip-flop the words or whatever. Black Lives Matter were protesters. These idiots are terrorists. They might not be the smartest terrorists, but they're terrorists.
When you walk to any government building and your intent is to breach, destroy, disrupt, or to be violent towards anything or anyone in that building, you have now acted as a terrorist. I don't care what the hell they want to call it. Words got meanings for a damn reason. We got the Merriam-Webster dictionary for a reason. We got the Oxford dictionary for a reason. Like, people don't put these books together just because they feel like doing something. Words have meanings. Mm-hmm. You a damn terrorist. That's why your ass is getting pulled off them planes looking simple as fuck and yoked up. And now you see what it's like.
And you done pissed the military off because now you done breach.
Now you make them look crazy.
you breached the governmental building in front of everybody in the world, and you made the military look like idiots because idiots are taking over one of the main government buildings that run the country. Like, so now they're pissed off.
The main.
Right.
The main.
And I'm gonna tell you what nobody's talking about. The world saw that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
so
world
every
saw
enemy
that.
around the world is looking at America like, these niggas. All we gotta do is get a little mob with some flags and just walk up on the gate. We can get up in there.
Yeah.
Well, shit, we've been waiting around for nothing. These dudes ain't about nothing.
So you walk up there looking simple on the 20th.
In the ass?
Who?
You know who really kicked themselves in the ass right now?
Who?
Al Qaeda.
All we had to do was just pull up. With some correct.
All we had to do was walk in the fucking building. This motherfucker had us blowing ourselves up.
We in planes.
Walk.
We in a whole nother state.
Planes and shit.
We could have just rolled.
We could have caught a cab. We could have rode a cab over the motherfucker.
I could have rode the boat up to Chesapeake Bay.
Where we wanted to go. We could have wore polo. We could have wore flannel shirts and had a flag, and we would have had a better chance than what we did. Oh hell!
I would have strapped up in a canoe and went up to Chesapeake Bay. You mean to tell me I could have got a blow up in a tube and just what?
They are with a hijab. How you say it? A hajib?
It's fucking ridiculous.
What do you call their facial guard?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Hajib?
I ain't even trying to like insult my Muslim brothers. My doctor's Muslim.
George Washington going up the bay. Mm-hmm. That's all we had to do, y'all. We ain't had to take no paddling lessons or nothing. This is a lot cheaper.
Nope.
The key word.
Take pictures with us.
You know what? The key camouflage they need to actually have is they have to look white. That's it. And they're lighter than us. So
they could do it now. Just have a MAGA hat on.
Exactly. There you go. Oh, yo, did you see the young boy, right? He was dressed up in Trump 2020 gear that he made and everything. And every time the reporter would come up to him, they're like, yo, why are you doing this? It was like, nah. His response was, nah. He was like, look, yo, these idiots are paying my way through college. So if they want to come up here and get these Trump 2020 gear, I was like, oh, that nigga got the hustle.
I ain't mad at you.
He paid. They paying $20 for each one of them. That's how you do it. That's how you fight back. That's financially. That sounds like some shit Face would do.
I like it. I like it.
Damn, I'm mad. I ain't think of that shit, yo.
Yeah, that's what I said, yo. That's
smart hustle. And
you got that one. You got that one customer you always see all the time. I'm pretty sure he would buy that shit still now.
Toothless James, he be out there every rally. You know he gonna get a couple. He ready.
That boy is.
Now, speaking of hustling, 2020 man, at least he got actual products to sell. I've combined this week my main topic that I wanted to bring to the table and my Umar Weekly update because they are very closely related in theme and overarching effect on the Black community. So I'm gonna start with my Umar Weekly update. So I've seen two IG posts. Hasn't been much. He's been really laying off of the live lately over the past week or so. You could tell that the backlash from the community, the questions are starting to wear on him a little more because he hasn't gone live as much in the past week or so. So over this past week, though, Make a Change, YouTuber, he dropped a video where Umar says that between February 2019 and February 2020, he collected about $100,000. But then Umar, on his tax returns from that year, where he filed his 990 in, he said he only collected $25,000. This is tax fraud. I don't know what the excuse is or how you explain your way out of it, but I think what is happening is Umar is forgetting that because he now does have possession of those buildings in Wilmington, things are on record for public consumption now. Like these things are not behind closed doors or, handshake agreements. These are things where the government has this out for public record as part of, the Disclosure Act. So, yeah. So look forward to something coming from that. Then Umar went on Fox Soul to speak on the Capitol. While he was speaking on this, while he was being interviewed by the man and they were talking about the Capitol riots, etc., he said this quote, that the lights are on in the small gymnasium, but he has not been there to see the lights on yet. Now, if you've been following Umar and my Umar updates, this is confusing because back in November, he was doing lives inside of the small gymnasium with his supporters, and the lights were on then, and he was clicking on light switches, and he was saying, yeah, the lights are on, the lights are on. This was around the time when they were saying that his lights were on illegally in the building. So either the lights were on then illegally, or they were on then legally, and you have now come on TV and lied for no reason saying that the lights are on now, but you've never seen them on because you haven't been back to the school since December. Just the way, it's just another hypocritical statement that this is why I criticize him. This is why everybody criticizes him. This is why people have so many questions, because he does these weird things that just don't add up logically. And then he never answers for them, gives a logical reason, and he never says anything. All he does is get mad, which makes him look more fraudulent, because like, why are you getting mad when people are asking sensible questions? I get the trolls, I get the people that's like coming at you on some weird shit, but if somebody asks you a logical question, if you are free and clear of wrongdoing, if there's nothing weird going on, like you can just say, hey, this is what it was and move on. But the fact that you get angry and call people trolls and call them all these crazy names and block them and all this shit instead of just answering the question.
I got a question. I got a question too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do we trust Fox Soul? Because it's still under Fox. I've been seeing it lately, and I'm like, yo, all right, y'all
never watched a show on there. I've only seen the snippet. Like they got the snippet up on YouTube where he says this specifically. Like another YouTube, I can't remember whether it was Make a Change or Anti-Afro. Somebody posted this though the other day on YouTube. And it's the interview between him and the dude. And in that interview, like they were talking about a bunch of stuff, but in that interview, that quote popped out. And for everybody who's been following like this scam situation, we all know, like, well, you just said the lights was on last year, so why have you not seen the lights on if they were on? Like, it just don't add up.
No, add up.
You feel me?
We're gonna keep that question for another podcast.
Oh, we're gonna put a pin in that.
No, I'm gonna write that on the docket because I need to do a little bit more investigation. Fox Soul, Fox News.
I have never even checked out Fox Soul, so
they trying to cash in on it because they see that the Fox
could be
News
some cooning
days
on
is
Fox
going
Soul.
away.
Could be some cooning on that.
I kind of feel like the Fox. I feel like they see Fox News is slowly going away, so they trying to go ahead and cash in on the. Hey, we done changed the shit now.
We got stuff for African Americans.
Shit.
We're here for you guys.
We got a purple app.
Look at all these brown faces we got in front of you
shit.
now. Look, we got who is it? Who on there? Melissa Ford. We got
we done found this nigga Umar.
We got Diamond from Players Club. All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
I can't remember her name.
All the motherfuckers at the end of their damn rope.
Yeah.
They got damn rope.
The retired stars from.
We'll do some research and we'll go back to that.
Indeed.
The topic later.
We can use your outstanding fan base following and accrue our ratings. Come on, be part of Fox Soul.
That's exactly what it is.
You still owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Is it? He's still.
I don't know. Matter of fact, I think
I want to say he had a lawsuit or something. Something happened, or he got bought out, or he lost it, or something.
Disney
years ago. Okay, Disney got it.
Disney bought Fox, and now they have Fox Soul. That makes sense. Disney bought Fox from Rupert Murdoch, that racist bastard, and now they got Fox Soul. And now it's just a matter of time until Fox News phases itself out. We still got to keep it because we're making money out of it. Yeah, we're gonna.
I wouldn't be mad.
We're
we
gonna do
gotta
this later.
research that one.
We gotta research that baby. I don't know. That's just a theory.
You got my wheel spinning now.
That's a theory. I'm sorry.
No, you all good. Now on the Umar thing, we got something to look forward to. Hopefully, if he's a man that actually responds. I have contacted him directly. I have left messages on his page asking the 3 questions of what is the current status of the HVAC? The last fundraising drive that he's been claiming that he's raising funds for has been to get the HVAC repaired. He hasn't been back to the school to even like set up the contractors to be able to repair the HVAC. He has almost stopped mentioning it. He mentions it maybe once every 2 weeks now, really quickly, right before he goes into Cash Apps and asking for PayPals and all that. So I'm asking him, what's the status of the HVAC? I've also asked him, what is the official opening date of the school at this point? And then I've also asked him, what is the financial plan for funding for staff, operations, and logistics once the school is open? Because you're living off donations right now. That's not sustainable to pay a staff of anything, to pay vendors for food services, to pay people, the groundskeepers, to pay any of that stuff. So where's this money going to come from, sir? And then lastly, I've posed it to him that I've requested from him, I should say, and this is all via email. So I've done it through his channels that he set up. So I'm hoping that he responds as a man and gives me something that I can actually report on and see, okay, this is tangible, or this is actually, I can discuss this. But my last thing was I've asked him for a financial disclosure, an overview basically of the funds, the current status of the funds, and what the disbursement is going towards as far as like, what is he using the funds for specifically? Now, the reason you can ask for this, and anybody can ask any 501c3 organization in America for this, because under 501c3 law, you have to, as a 501c3 charitable organization, you have to have a financial disclosure statement ready. And if you don't have one at the ready, you have to get it to whoever requests it within a reasonable time by law.
Does he even know what a 503? I don't even know. I'm not gonna act like.
I remember that's one of his new selling points for the donation. Their tax write-off, that you can write them off on your taxes because he's now got his 501c3 status.
I did see that.
If you have that, there's also laws and regulations that determine what you have to disclose to the public, because you are basically a charitable organization that the public is funding. So your people have to know, since you don't have an official board or anything, people have to know, what am I funding? You know what I mean? So hopefully he responds. Now, the reason this leads me into my main topic tonight is because,
let's see.
Exactly. As I've been studying Umar, another name keeps popping up in my searches. People have as I've been mentioning Umar, I've heard people well, have you heard about this guy? Jay Morrison. If you don't know who Jay Morrison is, listeners, he is a reformed drug dealer, a reformed drug dealer that went to prison, came out of prison, and he got his start in real estate, and he was known as Mr. Real Estate, the celebrity realtor. Angela Yee had him on. Angela Yee and the Breakfast Club had him on. Apparently he helped Angela Lee get her house, supposedly. I don't know, but he was doing YouTube videos and little snippets on, I think it was BET or somewhere. It was one of them TV channels. But I saw him do little snippets where he would take celebrities around and he would basically be their realtor or whatever. Now, over the years, I saw him on the Breakfast Club, but I ain't never really looked no more into him because I'm not a guy who's really big into real estate. That's not my field. That's not my thing. I'm more into stocks and that type of thing. So I didn't pay no more attention to him. But as I started to research Umar and I started to fall down the rabbit hole of what Umar's been doing, he keeps popping up as another name that's keep getting thrown under the scammer label. So Deshaun Jackson and other NFL players have claimed that they've done business dealings with this man and have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he refuses to pay them, etc. He has also went on IG and YouTube and made videos where he has said that he hasn't scammed anyone, but he's not perfect. You know, that's usually the first thing people say when they know they fucked up, but they don't want to actually admit they fucked up. So they just, I'm not perfect. You know, I have flaws. Yeah, we all do, sir. But the fact that you're being called a scammer and you're coming on sounding like this don't look good. So it started with Deshaun Jackson, and then over the past maybe week and a half, I've seen a bunch of videos where I'm looking at a dude named Tony the Closer who claiming that that Jay Morrison swindled him or got over on him for like $100,000. Another football player was on a podcast saying that he got him for a good grip, you know, like within the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You said the dude name was Tony?
Yeah, Tony the Closer. He does.
Yeah. He need to get. I want my money.
But it got so bad that the NFLPA, the Players Association for the NFL, has actually put out a release to all of the NFL players, warning them against Jay Morrison, do not do business dealings with him, etc. Now, the reason I'm really invested because all of this stuff is like he say, she say. I can't find any like paperwork between the two parties that say he definitely scammed them or he might have just, I don't know. Shit just went bad. I don't know. What I do know though, and what we do have paperwork on is the SEC filings for his Tulsa real estate fund. And that's really what Jay Morrison kind of took off in the public eye because what was it, maybe 3-4 years ago, he started the Tulsa real estate fund. And basically what his promise is he wanted to rebuild a Black Wall Street in America. And he made it like a publicly funded IPO company. It's not a full IPO because you can't like buy stock in it per se, but it's like an independent IPO where you can invest and get shares in it or whatever. Yeah, Tulsa Real Estate Fund. And he named it after that. He got a building down here in Atlanta in East Point called the Black House. It's like the Legacy Center or something, but he called it the Black House. It's like an office space or whatever. But when he started the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, the appeal of it and the ideal of it was like taking back and like, hey, if you buy in for what is it, $500, you get 10 shares automatically or whatever, and you would be a partner in the company, basically like a part owner in the company, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, use this funding it's basically like a hedge fund type setup where you put your money in, you get these shares, and then he takes the pool of money and it's supposed to go out and invest it in like profitable real estate endeavors. Now, the issue is over the past 3 years, there's been no dividend payouts. Now, if you know anything about stocks, as an investor in a stock, your shares guarantee you the dividends. There's been no dividends for 3 years. The SEC looked into and investigated his Tulsa real estate firm. They did not have findings to charge him with any crimes. But this is where the moral quandary and the scamming comes in, or not even scamming because it's not illegal. It's just fucked up to do to your people. In his paperwork, it basically has it set up so that all of his companies, right, are basically doing business with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Huge conflict of interest. So he got a JMA Academy where he's supposed to be doing like real estate classes for people or whatever, but for some reason in the SEC filings, he's listing them as a person that's doing marketing for the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Why a school for real estate would be marketing? That like those are two different objectives. But his wife and her companies are like advisors or something, or vendors for them in the excess of $300 or some $1,000 that she's getting paid as a vendor for them to do some type of services for the real estate fund. He, as the CEO of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund and the CEO of all these other businesses, these little other side businesses that he got, his real estate company, his Jay Morrison Academy thing, and whatever else he got going. All of his companies are basically intertwined and siphoning money out of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund as a vendor or as a marketing budget or as all of this. But he twists it in the public and says, well, you know, this is fair to you because I'm making sure that, you know, I'm using these companies to make sure that we make money. So I'm using JMA to make sure we market so that we can get the funding in that allows us to now be paying dividends this year. And it's 2021, but the fund started in 2018. So that's 3 years people have been without dividends, all right? Now, in the SEC filings for where he set up the company, everything he's doing is completely legal. The way he has it worded in this thing, when you sign up and you pay him whatever to get however many shares, you are basically saying that he can do whatever the fuck he want to do, basically. He can lose all of that money and he will still get a fee for being the manager of this fund. That's the way it's worded. So it's not illegal because it's like, it's in the contract.
Oh, so he's basically been doing everything that these companies been doing forever.
Right. But it goes back to the same type of thing with record labels, with Umar, with anybody that's like selling these dreams.
Yeah.
The is there. And the reason I bring him up after Umar and like my real topic or my real question about this is like, what is happening to society's ability to think critically? Like my mama taught me when I was first learning to read and write, make sure you always put your name on your contract and make sure you read whatever you put your name on before you do it. Don't jump into no test without reading instructions. Don't jump into nothing that you're about to sign your name on. Don't do no homework without reading it. Don't do no test without reading it. Don't sign no paperwork without reading. Don't sign up for college without reading. Like read your stuff and know what you're going to put your name on so you don't sign your life away to nothing. And our people didn't do that. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a jackass for going out here selling these people a dream because I feel like these people like him and Umar and all these other little swindlers and these little side talkers, they prey on people that are not that educated as far as like the larger world. They may have street smarts a little bit, but they don't have like the financial or even political acumen to really understand. They're going off the vibe and the feel as opposed to like, they're not the type of people that's going to do their due diligence. But why is that? Because this is a problem outside of our community. This is society at whole now. You look at Trump supporters, you look at religious zealots, the rise of them now and all these weird little cultish sects and all of this weird stuff that's going on. Like you look at Instagram and social media culture where people are just like, oh, it's a headline. I'll believe it. And I'm going to run with that narrative and be dead wrong. To the point where even people who claim to be intellectuals are doing this. Like you look at Tariq Nasheed, he jumped off the bridge talking about the white dude from California that had that was in the pictures holding the black lady at the rally or whatever. Then he got this dude fired. And then the black lady come out the next day saying, well, this dude was my hero. He was actually pulling me out of the drama because the people was about to kill me out there at that rally. So like just the ability to like hold before you say something. Think before you act. Read before you sign. Like, what the hell is happening to our critical thinking out here, man? I think
it's the impulse of want to be heard first. Those who are heard first are believed. You know, it's always some, when it's a conflict, you know, you got more than one story. The one who gets his story in first is most likely going to be believed. But when it comes to the social media age, everybody wants to get the views. Everybody wants to get paid off their views. Eventually, I guess that's what the end goal for most people is. So those who want to get that stuff in, they got to keep going. So my thing is, when they want to get views, they do anything. They going to say anything. They going to react quick. And those quick reactions have repercussions to people out there who, at the end of the day, your quick response may have not been their true actions intent. Me personally, I try to hold off in any situation and try to let my mind actually settle in before I make a comment or make something big reaction. Those times I don't have a quick joke reactions, it ends up being wrong. Take a step back. It's like zooming in and zooming out for real. When you're too close to the situation, you really don't see everything. When you take a step back and you can get a better picture of the situation, you make a better reaction. And 9 times out of 10, that is the best reaction. I just wish most people who are social media people or people who post on social media before you randomly put something out there about something like this. So about something big like that, you think, put your common sense into it, especially if you have a lot of followers who are going to react off your content or they believe what you say instantly as soon as you say it. Think about what you're putting out there because you're influencing people. Like they don't call you social media influencers for nothing. Like you are influencing people. Some people have millions of followers, so people are tuning in just to hear what you say. And when you say something influential to them, they're going to react on that. So gotta be watching this. Watch the power you have by your post. Posts have power these days in the age we live now. It used to be the power of the pen. Now it's the power of the post. So
big fan.
I'm gonna be real with myself. Sometimes I see something that's crazy. I will share it. Not saying that it actually happened, but I kind of want to see what other people want to respond to it or whatever. Sometimes people take it as I share that shit because I think that shit is true or whatever. But usually I have like a caption that'll say how exactly I feel about it or whatever. And if it turns out not to be true or whatever, I'll be the first one to say, hey, that shit I posted earlier, yeah, that was bullshit. I found that out. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the key. That's
doing your due diligence.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's the due diligence. Like that's even in science. Like you might put a hypothesis out there and your first test may say something. So you might write them results down. But if you do that experiment 3 years later and you get a different result, like you got to be willing to update your information as more information comes, and you got to be willing to, oh, you know what? That is not exactly correct. Like at some point, somebody said the earth was flat. And then tests and experiments and the science caught up, and then they was like, oh no. Well, that wouldn't make sense according to all of these other findings we got. So they had to update it. You know what I mean? I think that's the key is like, you're willing to update it. What's scary is a lot of these people that are in positions of power, they just run with it. Well, no, they double down on it. The facts be right there. Well, no, you was actually wrong on this one. Well, no, it's you. It's fake media. It's like Tariq Nasheed, the one to put it out, he was like, well, no, it's the white supremacists. You know, they gonna always, well, maybe this black lady that was the one that was hailed is the one saying that the man was a hero, not the white people. That's what she said. So this ain't no white supremacy. This is what the black lady said. Like I'm gonna believe the person that was in the situation.
Humans hate being wrong, man. Humans hate being wrong, dog. And you hear that, right, B.O.B.? The earth is not flat. It's not fucking flat. I don't care how rich and popular you are as a rapper. I don't care how many songs Tiz actually like from you. The world is not flat. Okay? All right. Now I will put
like
another
his music,
perspective.
He dumb as a box of rocks on that.
Another perspective or whatever. Speaking of dumb as a box of rocks or whatever. These people that jump to conclusions like this, and you say it's a rise of it. It might not be a rise. This might just be how humans are because we have a whole history of like, you know, zealots and people just believing in whatever they need to believe in and everything. Just like, yeah, like we have a whole like ongoing prehistory of just like people just following whatever they need to follow because it makes them feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just in general, like from the pyramids to Roman Empire, like they really thought it was some guy in a sheet throwing lightning that made every damn thing from a fucking mountain. You know, like you can.
They had an excuse though. They was back then where we didn't have like technology like this where we knew, you know what I mean? They were still kind of like, I just got to go off what I see because it's nature and I don't really have no computer to analyze the spectrum of it, you know what I mean? So I'll give them a pass.
Is
but
it a part you're
right about the zealot part though, because it has always been somebody believing it don't make sense for their time.
Is it a part of human nature to follow zealots? To follow just follow the over charismatic character, like in general, like sometimes that
I know we like to be like we like a connection or we like to feel like we're a part of something for sure.
Yeah, that's part of the
following like the crazy. That's I don't know.
Is it like how I put it? Everything has a tweak or a glitch to it or whatever. Is that a glitch of our social our social networking skill, like that come with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this because of
It might be,
some,
man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because you
Because
know what?
some
On a
chemical
micro level,
imbalance. Yeah.
like take like, you know, like when you a little kid, like sometimes that first friend that you think is cool, they be a jackass. They always get into trouble, but for some reason, that's what you gravitate towards instead of the kid that's always doing the right thing, always answering the questions in class, always sitting in the right. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's almost like some in our brain that make us. Yeah,
This thing is deviating from the norm and getting away with it. How come I can't deviate from the norm and get away with it?
Damn, that was a word.
Like
that was a word right there. Yeah.
That's pretty much what everybody been like. These Trump supporters, Trump, Umar, everybody is now. Now, don't get me wrong. The norm is not always a good thing.
Right.
We have a whole U.S. history of saying the norm is not always a good thing. Normal is not a good thing. Weird makes change. Weird make things better.
I wonder is that like some like almost like, you know how your cells every so often cells just mutate. You know what I mean? Like you have environmental factors that can make it happen, but like naturally, like sometimes your cells be like, you know what? Fuck this color. I want to be orange this year. I don't want to be yellow flower no more. I'm gonna be orange today. So like maybe that's like a macro version of that. Like where if I don't know. Well, you know how we be talking about these different theories and all of that stuff. Like I got a thing where I feel like a cell is like a universe.
Yeah.
And then you got us as like the parts of the cell in our universe on planets. And then you got the greater galaxy as its own universe. And it's all like basically like little cells. So it's like a big, huge, whatever cell and then cell. And then as you get
remember what you said?
Cells. So that would make sense on that level as like every so often people like humans just be like, yeah, this is getting boring. Let's shake it up a bit. Let's go over here with this crazy motherfucker. So that it's I can't write it off. It because the pattern is there. It definitely you could be right there.
It's exotic. It's like it's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like to look for something that's of a norm. You be like even myself or whatever. Now Capricorns, we're people of routine. If you give us a routine, we can work with it. But every once in a while, you get tired of that routine because you keep going and all right, when is shit going to change? When I'm going to go to the next level? You know, when, you know what I'm saying? What do I need to do to smell myself so I can get to the next level?
Come on, smell yourself.
There you go.
Oh, well.
That's the problem. Ain't nobody smelling shit. They sitting there with dead nose out here acting stupid.
If you don't have like, if your mind is not educated or trained enough to do critical thinking, you know what I'm saying? If you all of your representatives of an adult always look like they just go off of their own emotion and feeling and erratic, you know, decisions or whatever, that might not be a possibility for you to think critically in general. And if you can't think critically in general, a lot of times people, you know, because we're still social creatures, just want to go find somebody that has a like-minded idea or whatever. Think about this. Most of these people hate scientists. People hate Fauci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody hates scientists.
People
scientists
don't like logic, man.
Scientists are the main people that say, hey, we made a mistake. We found this out. Hey, let's correct this. Let's correct this. Or whatever.
People, man, if we could just be logical, stuff would be so much better. We wouldn't be doing this stuff like that emotion-driven action.
People hate being wrong, and the norm, man, they like deviate from the norm or whatever. They go rock music. They go rap music.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, that's all that shit, yeah. Every type of music always been some type of, everything we do is a rebellion. Art, like the Renaissance was basically like, yeah, fuck these dog haters. Let's do this.
Now we can't help it because we're black. So anything we do creatively or in general of our own thought is a revolution.
We cool as hell. We the originators, like literally the originators, like scientifically, like I don't care who you are in the world, you're African. At the end of the day, if you really want to be completely technical from a genealogical standpoint, like we all come from there. Whether you're African American, whether you're Jamaican, whether you're not even on the diaspora, whether you're Latina, whether you're Asian, whether you're European, whether you're whatever, like
it's the middle of the fucking earth where the sun hit first. The sun that brings life to the earth. It's the first thing that the sun hit. I don't care if it was Pangea. It was the middle of Pangea.
Yeah. The heartbeat of the world. Big fact. And if you look at it, it kind of looked like a heart almost. That's real. What was the ODU class story you was going to talk about? I saw that and got intrigued as hell. I don't know why. I know that's completely like left field. Like we was on this road here and I was like, pew! But yeah, excuse my brain.
All right. Let's
go down that road.
As you know, I'm going to give my viewers up to date with a little bit of partners history. Majority, like the first time Tiz ever met me, there was a story involved. That was the 7-Eleven story. We'll do that for another time or whatever. But I think Face was like, "Yo, Tiz, this is Pat or whatever. Pat, tell him that story." Or whatever. So, and I said that weird ass story. So I don't know. Evidently, people like my weird ass stories because I be catching shit all the time. Anyway, here's another weird ass story. Story time with Pat. All right.
New segment.
All right.
Be catching shit.
So, I had a visual communication class. Pretty much. If y'all don't know what a visual communication class is when you're in a major or whatever, and you don't have to take art classes. So you got to take some type of art class or whatever, so you can get your gen eds out the way. That was visual communication. The art class for people that don't got shit to do with art, right? Which is ironic, because at the time I was, went into what the fuck I went into ODU initially for. They say computer science or whatever. That's where I was initially going into. All right. So the professor at the time, there was this assignment. What was it? How I should start. All right. We were all there. Okay.
Hold on.
It's so many
before you get into the story. No, that's before you get the story. Because ain't got nothing to do with the story. Did you just pick a book and wipe it?
No. I got like my fucking mustache is itchy right now because I shaved my face. Y'all see how you try to carry me on this fucking podcast?
I wasn't trying to carry it. Like I literally, it looked like you did this.
Did you pick a book and wipe it?
No, man, I wouldn't even embarrass myself that much.
Like we recorded this. I'll edit this chunk out. Don't you worry. I'm nice.
No, don't edit
nice
shit.
With the cuts.
We're doing it for the culture. For the culture. Don't edit shit I do. Don't edit a damn thing I do. This is the one time I can be my goddamn self. People want to know how I act for real. Don't edit a goddamn. I wipe my face.
Yo, we lit for episode 9, boy. Oh my god, this dude.
I ain't even really tapped this goddamn
shit.
Don't edit shit.
Yo, my apologies, man. I've been no disrespect, but I saw it and I couldn't not say it. I had to get it out of my brain.
No, we hygienic around here, B. I ain't got no damn boogers, man. I cleared my face before I even got on this. Is my face good? All right. So the professor, right, he wanted to take us on this exhibit that was somewhere on ODU campus. Pretty much showing their like dioramas people had like their own abstract art statues or whatever, and the statue it looked like it may look like a train or a train wreck, but it actually means something else, something like that. That's a bad example, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about, right? So the whole point of it was he was saying that art is a way for the artist to express an idea or to the world, pretty much, or express something they really want to say to the world or whatever. So he basically brought up the question or whatever, if you had a chance to say something to the world, what would it be? You know what I'm saying? And he went around, you know, gave examples and shit like that, or whatever. So everyone is around us. Everyone is around us. Everybody is just looking around. He's just telling the story. So I'm acting like I'm not really paying attention. And then all of a sudden he was like, all right, class, if you had a message to give to the world, what would it be? And we're gonna go down the list. So Padawan, if you had a message to say to the world, what would it be? Right? The air in the place got tense. Everybody looked at me like, what is this guy going to say? Or whatever. Because I've been expressing how I feel about shit throughout the class or whatever. For example, like we were sitting outside one time and he was like, all right, everybody express what you see. And then I saw, you know, everybody was just looking at, you know, the people moving around, you know, that art building right there at ODU. We were just looking around, people going to class or whatever, and everybody had their happy hippie version of saying that. I was more emo at that time, still kind of emo. And I was like, sheep. I was like, why do you feel like they're sheep or whatever? Because everybody's clocking in, moving into whatever place they got to do, and then wherever they got to go, they're sheep. They might not even know what they're doing. You know, they just know that's what mama told me to do. I was one of them, pretty much.
That's big.
You know, and so
that's an episode right there, boy. Talking about why did I go to college?
Yeah. So when I so when it got to me and the air got tense or whatever, it was like I asked him, "Are you sure you want to ask me that question?" And he was like, "No, sure. I want everybody. I don't want nobody to feel censored or anything. You got to express whatever you got to feel." And before he finished, I said, "Fuck everybody."
Oh my. Well, all right then.
Shit got tense. Shit got tense.
Yeah, I bet it did get real tense all of a sudden. You in the hippie vibe, and then all of a sudden, fuck everybody.
Yeah. So this was the kicker. This is the kicker, right? This is the kicker. So this is how he got me. So the assignment is, that's how you got me. The assignment is, if you were to got a message, you just need to figure out a way in a diorama of like, what would you have to express your message to the world? So my ass is in a conundrum. How can I logically say fuck everybody and not look like a total idiot in this whole process, like angry total idiot or whatever? Real simple for me. It's not really that big of a conundrum, because I have my reasons why I say fuck everybody, pretty much. So I went through this whole thing of like, this is why I say fuck everybody, because everything is divided. Like, when you think about how humans look at a person or whatever, in your head, it goes into a category. It's like that game Palinko, when you put the chip on the top and it just goes through each one or whatever in your head.
That's crazy how the universe works.
Yes. So you automatically go into like, all right, this person is a white Christian Republican. This person is a Middle Eastern Islamic person. This
Our
person
brain wants to put it in the correct space. It wants to put it in the correct box. Yep.
Yeah.
I just took a bias survey today, like the Harvard bias test or whatever. And then basically what it does is like showing how your brain just wants to put stuff into boxes, and you know what I mean?
Exactly. So this period of life, this is my and this is often a period of life where people just start where the I was going to name my album this, where the sky falls for people, pretty much. The college life, where you go into life and then you realize, hey, all that happy-go-lucky shit that they said that the world was is the complete opposite of what the world is, or whatever.
The Truman Show moment.
Yeah, everything, you know, the sky literally was falling. Like, I was starting to see shit for what it is. And I think at that moment, I might have been a little bit ahead of people around me or whatever. This at this point, I was saying, like, fuck labels, fuck what, you know, fuck if you're a Democrat, a Republican, if you're blood, if you're Crip, if you're black, if you're white. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything. Just fuck how
Fuck the whole
you
system.
were
Fuck the
trained
idea of all
how
of that.
to think. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. We have to think that way so we can understand the situations that we are in. But we got to watch and monitor how we do that or whatever.
And that's why I say, just to kind of put my little thoughts in before we go. Like, I feel like that is kind of the theme of this whole show. Like, logic prevents us from doing that. So, like, if our brains naturally want to sort and put, oh, I see somebody brown skin, I want to put him. What is he? Indian, black, Hispanic? Like, what is that? And I got to put them in something so my brain can interpret how to react to it, how to defend against it, how to interact with it, all of that. But what you can do is use your logic. Like, think, what logically would make a person that color brown? Have I ever seen, like, what does the brown matter? What is the person doing? What logically makes the person do that? And if you keep following that logical questioning, you never really sort. What you end up doing is just kind of establishing, is this person a threat? Are they good?
Just
You know
start
what I mean?
off
Because you
with
kind of cut through all of the other stuff.
Reconditioning.
What are you doing? And I just learned that today.
Gotta be
I just learned
reconditioned.
that today. But
start off with being with the simple fact this person is a fucking human being.
right. Why
But
would a
we
human
don't
being
do that
be here
first.
right now? What are they doing? Oh, they're another student? Oh, okay. Well, that's all I need to know.
We don't do that first in our society. We do that last. We do that last. We put them like through the category, the Palenko category thing. All right, this black, white person, this crazy white Republican, this crazy, this, that, and the third. We do that first, and then after that, we say, oh, they're human.
Right.
If we go and do human first, then we wouldn't have these crazy shit in situations that we have in general. So
big facts. So Face, did you have anything you want to chime in on that one?
Man,
I heard a lot of
it is what it is. Man, I agree with I agree with most of everything y'all said on that shit, man. Like, it's just the way we're trained to process information and to process our environment, man. It's just, we have to be reconditioned. Even as adults, we need to be reconditioned on how we process everything coming in. If we process it differently, we have different results. If we continue to process things as we do it, continue to live in the cycle we do, we have to, as I always say, you can choose to continue in the cycle or choose to be the change. If you want change, sometimes the cycle ain't gonna change. You have to be a change. So somebody got to start somewhere.
it's like that Tupac quote. We got to change the way we think, how we dress. If you can find that quote, there'll be a perfect time for it to come in, and then the changes song kicks in. Pretty much.
It's crazy.
So in a callback, I think the best way to kind of sum up tonight's episode is a callback to last week's, the thing that gets on Face's nerve. We got to use logic and stop being dummies that keep doing dumb stuff expecting a different result. That's basically what it really is.
It's insanity.
From the hive mind to the radicalism to the following people that are obviously not morally looking out for us, might not even be able or fit to do what they're promoting that they're doing. We gotta just think critically and stop doing dumb things expecting smart results. We gotta stop driving 100 miles per hour past the police and getting confused when we get pulled over. Like, I think that's the best way to sum that one up, champs.
I paid my ticket, y'all. I paid my ticket.
Oh yes, I got mine too. Thank you, Georgia. You don't have to come find me. I got it. Yup. Yup. Paid that, champs. Paid that, champs. But yeah, man. This week we got a few things coming up for sure. We got first guest about to be coming on at the end of this month. We got my Uncle Curtis. He's gonna be coming on to kind of give us some basic stock tips, just how to entry in the game. If you're a person that always wanted to get into stocks and you were just like, it's too big of a concept to try to like really wrap your head around, he's gonna come in and kind of break down some just layman's terms and give you the kind of blueprint on how to go from zero investments to like getting your investment started, best programs, best practices.
One of them people.
Right.
I'm definitely one of them people.
Oh man, yeah. So we're gonna give y'all some food for thought this month. This week we will be debuting our live show. You didn't ask us, but we'll just be giving our takes on a bunch of different things that nobody asked us to talk about. They asked somebody else, but we gonna put our nose in and still give our opinion on it. That will be a live show that's coming Saturday at 9. As always, just follow us on all platforms. If you do want to support, like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment, give us a review on Apple, Spotify, or whatever streaming service you're listening to us on. If you want to donate financially or support us as far as financial resources, first thing I'm going to tell you to do is go to one of the stores. That is the quickest way that you can support us and actually promote for us at the same time. So go to Teespring. I'm gonna let Face give you the websites for the stores when he gets to his part. But yeah, first cop merch. Second, we got a buy us a coffee account. So if you want to just drop us off $1 or $2, just to show your support, you can do that there as well. All of that information is in our bios and on our website and on our Twitter and all of those good places. So just go to the website. It'll get you there everywhere else. We also have a Patreon if you want to support through that on YouTube until we get monetized there. So whatever you can do, the quickest thing you can do, though, is just keep listening, keep clicking like, give us reviews, give us shares, because it always helps us to get further into the algorithm and just allow more people.
Comment.
That's it, man. And we do respond to comments. We do actually read our social media. We do actually interact with
we love y'all, man.
Audience. So all of you 70-some subscribers on YouTube, all of you,
thank y'all.
All of you thousands of views on YouTube, all of you hundreds of downloads on all platforms. Just thank you guys. Keep interacting with us, and we're gonna keep doing our best to bring you content that we will want to see. And if you do want to, if you got ideas for stuff that you'd like to hear our takes on, shoot us a holler. Get at us on any of our platforms and just let us know, hey, I want to hear y'all talk about this, and we probably have an opinion on it. We're not experts on anything, but we got opinions on everything. So
I talk a lot of shit sometimes. Yeah, I talk
indeed,
some
man.
Shit for you.
Yes, sir. Face, tell them how they get the merch, man.
Teespring.com/stores/partners-closet-1. Then you also have teespring.com/stores/space-co-2.
Easy way. If you can't remember all that, go to thepartners.com. You can literally click both stores. All you gotta do is click a button and it'll take you to whichever one you want. Or you can click both of them and support both. That would be beautiful.
You can Google us.
Yes.
You can definitely Google us.
Also be following on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You will definitely be seeing posts on Instagram and Facebook this week to kind of promote the show. And our show will be, hopefully, if we can figure these things out, we still getting the tech stuff down here as we are very new, but we're going to try to be able to stream to YouTube and to Facebook. So that way you have two options, whichever your preferred option is. You can catch us on Saturday. But we love y'all, man. We'll be seeing you in these internet streets over the rest of the week. And as always, I'm 1/3 of the partners, your boy Tiz, along with.
It's the Padawan. Please don't take over the Capitol while we away.
It's space in a place, just trying to stay ahead of this race, man.
Indeed, man. Blessings. We love y'all. We out.